A military camp that used to be synonymous with a serious and disciplined atmosphere has now turned into an arena filled with laughter, enthusiasm, and new enthusiasm thanks to the presence of a world star, Kim Taehyung, a member of the famous K-pop idol group, BTS. His presence at one of South Korea's military camps was a heartwarming moment for both soldiers on duty and fans around the world who followed the news attentively. It's no secret that Taehyung, or known by his stage name V, is a figure who has extraordinary appeal. He is known not only for his distinctive voice, beautiful face, and impressive artistic abilities, but also for his warm personality that always brings happiness to those around him. So it is not surprising that his presence in the military camp managed to create a wave of positive energy that is so felt. South Korea requires all male citizens to serve in the military, and this is no exception for celebrities. Kim Taehyung, as one of the top artists who has a busy schedule and a glamorous life, shows the same dedication as other men in carrying out these obligations. The moment when the news of him entering the military camp spread, many fans initially felt anxious. They worry about the drastic change in Taehyung's life, from a global artist to an ordinary soldier. However, as Taehyung always does, he turns those worries into a sense of pride and inspiration. Within a few weeks of joining, news of his adjustment in the camp began to appear. Taehyung is rumored to have quickly fused with military life, showing a humble attitude and adapting to the strict discipline that is part of the soldiers' daily lives. However, it's not just him who is adapting. Taehyung's presence amongst the soldiers also brought about a major change in the dynamics of the camp. Many soldiers claim that his presence gives more motivation to undergo heavy tasks that have been part of their routine. A soldier who served in the same camp as Taehyung mentioned in an interview that the atmosphere in the camp changed drastically since the arrival of the big star. "He was like a light in the middle of a heavy-duty day," the soldier said. Although she is a celebrity, she has never treated herself differently. He follows all the rules well, sometimes even becomes an inspiration for us to work harder. Taehyung reportedly often interacts with his fellow soldiers in between rehearsals. He is even said to have donated his artistic and musical talents to entertain his friends. In certain moments, Taehyung reportedly plays the guitar or sings songs that are able to lift the spirits of the entire camp. "Taehyung's voice has its own magic," said a military instructor. "When she sang, everyone immediately fell silent and enjoyed the moment. It was like being given an injection of new vigor in the middle of a tiring routine." More than that, Taehyung also often shows his natural leadership side. Although not an official leader in his unit, he is said to be able to motivate his colleagues to work together better. "He has an aura that makes us feel more confident," another soldier added. Military life is often full of challenges, both physically and mentally. For many soldiers, dealing with monotonous routines, heavy duties, and limited communication with family can be quite a burden. However, the presence of a figure like Kim Taehyung turns out to be a cure for many of them. One of the biggest influences of Taehyung's presence was the increasing collective spirit among the soldiers. As someone who is known to have positive energy, Taehyung is able to transmit optimism to those around him. Some soldiers even claim to feel more motivated to complete their tasks because they were inspired by Taehyung's hard work and humble attitude. When you see someone who has a myriad of achievements still being humble and working hard like everyone else, it makes you think, "If he can, why can't I?" said one of the soldiers. Not only that, Taehyung's presence is also considered a refresher in the midst of the pressure of duty. Many soldiers find it easier to go about their days because of the light interaction and warmth provided by Taehyung. Meanwhile, news of Taehyung's military life is also in the spotlight outside the camp. His fans, known as the Army, continue to provide support through various means. Social media is filled with messages of encouragement, pictures of fan art, and posts about how proud they are of their idols. However, the support doesn't just come from fans. Many South Koreans were impressed by Taehyung's dedication. They see him as a good example for the younger generation, proving that even if a person is at the peak of fame, obligations to the state must still be carried out with full responsibility. In fact, in the midst of his global fame, Taehyung chose not to ask for preferential treatment while in the military. This further increases people's respect for him. One of the most memorable moments for the soldiers at the camp was when Taehyung led a small entertainment session to celebrate the birthday of one of his comrades. In a warm and full of laughter atmosphere, he performed acoustic songs that touched everyone's heart. "It was a night we will never forget," one soldier said. Taehyung's presence also motivates many soldiers to open up. Some of those who previously tended to be quiet are now more actively participating in group activities. Taehyung, in his relaxed and friendly manner, manages to create an environment where everyone feels valued and accepted. Kim Taehyung's presence in a military camp isn't just about a celebrity serving in the military. More than that, he has proven that positive influence can come from anywhere, even in a disciplined situation like the military. With his warm personality, hard work, and humble demeanor, Taehyung has inspired many around him to become the best version of themselves. It not only carries out its obligations as a citizen, but also gives something more: passion, motivation, and a sense of community. This story is proof that despite being from a different world, an individual can bring great changes wherever he is. Kim Taehyung's presence in the military camp will not only be remembered by the soldiers, but also by the public who see him as a vivid example of how dedication and passion can inspire others. Not only for the soldiers who share their duties in the military camp, this story also reflects universal values that are able to touch the hearts of many people outside the military sphere. Kim Taehyung has shown that fame is not a barrier to being a role model in real life. Many soldiers refer to Taehyung's presence as a breath of fresh air in the midst of a sometimes heavy routine. His friendly demeanor and ability to connect with anyone from any background are key to why he is so respected. One of the senior soldiers even said that Taehyung never let his status as a world celebrity affect his interactions with others. One of the most notable aspects of Taehyung's presence in the camp is how he reinforces the sense of community among the soldiers. As an artist, he brings a different perspective in building relationships between individuals. During one of the group's activities, Taehyung proposes to hold a story session together. He asked his colleagues to share their life experiences, both joy and sorrow. The session became a very emotional moment in which the soldiers felt closer to each other. "I never thought that sharing a simple story could have such a big impact," said one of the soldiers who participated in the event. He not only listened, but also gave a sincere response, making us feel appreciated. Even in the midst of a busy training schedule, Taehyung always takes the time to provide emotional support to his colleagues. Some of those who found it difficult to adapt to the military environment confessed that Taehyung's motivation helped them survive. One of the things that makes Taehyung's presence so memorable is how he manages to bring about positive change, both in himself and in those around him. From a global idol known on the big stages, he turned into a warrior equal to his peers. A military instructor at the camp praised Taehyung's dedication in every activity.